Hello and welcome to Luther's bracket, I guess. Um, we lost the last match, but we're not out of it. We are currently in. I don't quite know how you name Luther's bracket. I think it might be Luther's quarters. It's the match where the loser gets fifth, tied for fifth, and we're playing against kayiu102. Now, this is one of the matchups I was actually prepared for. That means it's going to be easy. Kayiu is on Jeskai control. Two Ivianas in the main as the main finisher, so kind of light on finishers but heavy on answers. Also Offset Demon. Four of Offset Demon, just like us. And although we are built around this card, we do not have great answers to it either. I guess we have Gone Pickin', which is a good answer. Other than that, card advantage from Seafloor Treasures, 3 become 1. Cheap answers, Deft Deflection is going to be annoying for a deck that likes to tap out for 4 drops. Sistral Charm can kill our offset demons, although might miss targets against enchantment-based stuff. Fateful Ascent kills all our enchantments. Clash at Or's Cross is an answer to Eva Viva. Deafening Clarion's probably going to come out. Stargazing filters a lot and Terminal Impact. Also, 3 Silent Lakefront in the mono base. This is a deck I'm very familiar with. I helped build this. Not exactly this version, but I helped get Jeskai controlled where it is today. We're gonna have to hope we can pull it through. I will get to be on the play. I love when I get to be on the play against control. That's always a great feeling. Just give me a nice hand. Yeah. Okay. 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 I think I keep this. Turn 2 Shigana Manor burns. Shigana burns can sometimes be a liability against control, but I get to go turn 2 Shigana Manor burns into turn 3 Offset Demon. They're very likely to have an answer to, but there could also be a fabricated anomaly. I think I do keep this. Terminal Impact's a great card to have access to eventually. So let's just run out a Temple of Origins. And ship the turn. We're going to get Shigana Manor burns into play, guaranteed. There's nothing they can do about that. I'm going to tap a Misty Peak and pass the turn. Drawing Karaz Monument. Well, I'll be. That's kind of interesting. So I could run out Karaz Monument instead of Shigana Manor burns here. That would let me follow up with Shigana Manor burns on the following turn. The problem is, if they have Deft Deflection for the fall of Shigana Manor burns and I don't draw a land, I kind of just lose the game on the spot. By playing Shigana Manor burns, I get to if I don't draw a land, I get to discard, I don't know, a redundant fabricated anomaly or something to make sure I hit my next land drop. It of course means I'm not getting the Karaz Monument value. Their only answer to Shigana Manor burns would be Deft Deflection at that point. It would have to be literally Deft Deflection, of which they are playing 4. Four Deft Deflections. So, they're like a little under one. They're under half to have it, and I could draw a land, in which case I can go Fabricate Anomaly instead, and it's not that bad. I think I do go for it. Karaz Monument, I think, is like a more valuable opponent to have in play long term than Shigana Manor burns. Okay. They're probably going to leave up 2 mana. Yep. This could be Deft Deflection, but it could also just be Seafloor Treasures. Or Sistral Charm. And we draw land anyways. Do we just run out Fabricated Anomaly? Fabricated Anomaly also gets hit by Sistral Charm is the problem. Which makes it possible I should just go for the Shigana Manor burns here. I think that is the case. Smib. Do they have Deft Deflection? They do have Deft Deflection. That's slightly annoying, but I get to play Windbeaten Stones and pass. They play a tapped. Okay. Now this is what I'm going to do against control. I'm going to run out a. Oh, that's slightly annoying. A must answer threat every turn until they run out of answers. Next one's going to be Fabricated Anomaly. Do they have an answer to this? Yes, save another death deflection. Okay. Slightly annoying there. Yeah, this is somewhat a problem playing like a synergy deck against this kind of thing. Okay, 4 mana. Could be, yeah, probably two mana plays is what that represents. Like, I played this synergy card, and now, oh boy, now it's not doing anything because they countered all the things that synergize with it. Okay, Seaforth Treasure is probably searching for Death Deflection. At this point, they only got 2 copies to find. Although they could also find Sistral Charm, which would also be a clean answer to this. Sistral Charm? Gonna put the trigger on the stack because Sistral Charm would stop me here. Nope, they don't have it. I get my puzzle box. They can't stop. They can Death Deflection this trigger, theoretically. Um, but they would have just Death Deflection the Fabric Anomaly trigger. Okay. Remove counter. Draw a card. Ooh, Primal Fissure. Nice. I have... Now I have to think, do I want to rummage so I can put a counter on this Karaz Monument? I think I do. They clearly don't have Sistral Charm right now, and protecting this from Sistral Charms in the future could be relevant. I am out of artifacts, so I'm not animating this again for a while. It's possible I want to save my graveyard. But I'm going to discard one of these Matriarchs anyways. So I'm going to do that now. Draw a Grip Festivarium. Okay. I'm going to attack. Do I want to put a counter on it? Go. I think I'm going to get, yeah, I think I'm going to get in the value while I can. Whoa! They just had Sistral Charm. To Anomaly. There's actually no window for... I do get to keep the cards in my graveyard. Yeah, okay. So I do get to keep the cards in my graveyard. Karaz Monument dies. But that was a 2-for-1. Like, I drew a card off the Karaz Monument, and it traded for a Sistral Charm. And I still have a puzzle box, so that actually was a good exchange for me. I'm going to play out this Grip Festivarium, because both of my lands are tap lands. And chip the turn. It's 1 Sistral Charm. I'm surprised they didn't Sistral Charm the Fabricated Anomaly, preventing me from getting Puzzle Box token. Wait, no, it's Sistral Charm. It's not Lunar Awe. Oh! Oh! I just misread their deck list. Oh, that's way better for me. Because that's not the one that answers Offset Demon. They shock in a land. Could be 3 mana counter plus 2 mana play. What else does that represent? Oh, it's 3 become 1. Could be 3 become 1, but it didn't smell like a 3 mana counter last turn. Draw the Karaz Monument. No hurry on that. I mean, it looks like Offset Demon right now. I don't know what to tell you. If they counter it, they counter it, but I don't have another play that does anything. Do I want to use Puzzle Box first? I guess the second Matriarch is gonna not do much for a while. I'll keep Primal Fissure for now. Gone picking. Okay, could be relevant later. Sure. Gonna cast an Offset Demon. Could easily get countered or killed here. Oops, sorry, I thought they had Lunar Awe. Well, I'm still pretty happy with my position. They might fire off a 3 become 1 right here, hope to hit a counterspell. But it's slightly awkward if they 3 become 1 and they hit a Sistral Charm, because that doesn't work. That doesn't stop off that demon, at least. Okay, they're going to draw 3 cards. They don't find a counterspell. They find Deafening Clarion. That's fine by me. Now the question is, where do I put overflow? Let's think on this a moment. Ooh, for some reason I thought they had Lunaron in their deck. But some Sister Charm's way less bad for me. So they can't deal with my graveyard in any way. I can hit them for 3 down to 11. I think it's B. Because that means they can answer it next turn. It means I'm going to get a second hit in the next 2 turns, which is really nice. Also, they might have Iviana, and if they want to play their Iviana, it's going to be awkward into my Offset Demon. So I think it's B. Because I want to get 2 hits in down to 8, because that puts me kind of like in the vicinity of Terminal Impact Lethal. One thing they're not great at doing is gaining life. I guess there's a a card I didn't even think about there was Silent Lakefront. They clearly don't have Silent Lakefront either, or at least they didn't have it before they cast 3 Become 1. This is their own offset demon. This is their own offset demon. I have gone picking for it. Oh, did I forget to play a land that turn? I did forget to play a land that turn. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, it's gonna cost me. Whoops. Yeah, I just straight up forgot to play a land that turn. Okay. Yeah, they have Death Deflection, and I lose this game because I forgot to play a land. Oh my god. Flags on high. I'm gonna discard that. Fateful Ascent. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I put myself in this position. Gone picking. Get Death Deflections. Lose. Whoops, maybe slightly too early in the morning for me. I'm making mistakes like that. Yeah, it is just wow. Yeah, I deserve to lose this one. Is what this means. Okay, not completely out of the woods yet. Fateful Ascent can delay their Off the Demon quite a while because they just hit Program A. But yeah, that was completely stupid of me. They can start flashing back Seafloor treasures now. Oof, they have a second one. Yeah, this is. I just needed to not miss my land drop for absolutely no reason. Oh my god. Yeah, now I can't answer them anymore. Or I could if I gone picking. Oh my god. Such an idiot. That really feels bad to lose the game like that. Not that I've lost quite yet, but it's very bad for me right now. Okay, show me Eva Viva. Darkstar. Actually, a pretty good draw here. Do I want to use Puzzle Box first? Maybe I discard Fateful Ascent. Yeah. Matriarch. Sure. They how many Deathling Clans do they have main? Three? At some point, I'm not going to be able to play around everything. It's going to be Matriarch into Severance. I need to start pressuring them. Severance. Okay. They have Fateful Ascent for Severance, probably. Yeah. And this got... Okay, well, at least I have a 3/3 Kitsune Matriarch for my two charts. Oh my god. Just didn't play a land drop. Okay, well, they have two cards in hand, and they haven't missed a land drop yet, so they could clearly have a lot of lands. They have a 1 Seafloor Treasure in graveyard. They just played another land, so they're down to one card in hand. And they're passing, so. As I said, they're a little action light sometimes. Not cracking chart on upkeep. No reason to do that. Anomaly. Okay, that's a good card. Monument into Anomaly this turn. They're down 3 Def Deflection. At this point, I can stop playing around it. Sure. Yeah. Cross Monument. Last card in their hand could be anything. Also, they could Seafloor Treasures to go find something relevant if they wanted. Anomaly's pretty threatening. I got 11 cards in my yard. Oh, this is Silent Lakefront. No, this is 3 become 1. That's much worse. Okay, they could whiff here. They're looking for a counterspell. But they're down 3 Death Deflections. It would have to be Draconis Magistus. Okay, I gotta hope they miss here. I guess if they didn't Death Deflection the Gone Pick, and they would have Death Deflection probably the Severance, or they would have had it in hand for this. So it would have got me at some point. It's just like super embarrassing. Okay, they're just gonna kill Kitsune Matriarch. That's not the end of the world. It was gonna be pretty big, but okay. They still have 3 mana, so they could then cast a Death Deflection. Nope, they don't got it. I'm gonna get. Uh, I'm not. They're at 20. Do I just discard this Terminal Impact in response to the trigger? Because it's legendary, so I'm gonna lose this one. They're at 20. I think I need to kind of grind them out. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think like um I think I'm gonna discard this Terminal Impact. I got plenty more in the deck. Draw Shogun, I'm gonna burn. See, if a Kuros Monument play, that's a better card. This is Summoning Sickness, because I just played it this turn. But I do get to draw a card on it, and my replacement Terminal Impact. An exile. None of the cards in my graveyard do anything. This loses a counter. Alright, they're using their seafloor treasures. Okay. They're back up to 3 cards, but I'm back up to 2 cards. And some of the cards were just raw off the top. I have card filtering in Puzzle Box. They just drew raw off of 3 become ones. They could have easily hit some lands there. Also, I've gotten off the demon out of Deafening Clarion range, which is a big deal. They cycle a Rousing Path. Fine by me. But suddenly I'm kind of doing things. Okay, they hit another land. Love to see it. Yep, can't. Would love to find another gun picking at some point. Okay, they're going to pass, as they tend to do. Do I want to discard anything to Puzzle Box? Do I want to discard another Terminal Impact? Not at this point, I don't think. Ooh, Gone Picking. Love it. Move counter. Add counter. I think I'm gonna they could have last Death Deflection, so I guess Gone Picking first is safer. There's also the argument for Shigana Manor Burns first is the bait spell. Let me think on this. They haven't played any of their hard counters yet, so the chance of them having one is pretty decent. Would they counter just a Shigana Manor Burns right off the dome? They could easily have their 4th Death Deflection. I think I'm going to play her in the Death Deflection. I think so. Gone Picking. Oh, Silent Lakefront. Makes sense. So it was, okay, so it wasn't Death Deflection, it was hard counter, but I do get to resolve a Shigana Manor Burns. Which I will put a counter on. Okay, they have nothing relevant in their graveyard anymore. Neither do I. It's just the number of cards. This triggers Karaz Monument. They have no 1-mana instance, so I just get to do whatever I want. Ooh, an Offset Demon! I get to discard that in response to Overflow on my next upkeep. Or during, in my next first main phase, actually. And what this is, I need 9 cards for Fabricating Online. I'm gonna spend 9 cards on this. 4. Whoa, not 24. 12, right? Yeah, 12. Okay, now I'm definitely keeping this Terminal Impact. I guess I could discard the Puzzle Box on their end step. Discard the Puzzle Box on their end step. It's not like they can do anything about it. They could kill my Overflow, I guess. The reason to do it is because, like, then they could kill my Overflow. Okay, they found their Stargate. They're gonna look at a lot of cards, that's for sure. But I think I'm winning the race, especially after next Offset Demon. They go to 19. 2 Offset Demon, 8, 11. Yeah, they're like 1 off dying to Terminal Impact? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. They go to 19. They go to 19. They could also be terminal impacting me, right? They have one of those main? Yeah. Okay, if they have terminal impact, I die. Whatever. Oh, wait. Gain. I forgot to gain life off that demon last turn. Okay. They have already done a game action since then in the casting Stargazer, which I assume they would have done either way, but okay. Okay, I was like, why am I so close to dying? That's why. Okay. Because, okay, next turn, if they don't answer any of my stuff, I can fabricate anomaly up to 4. Then it's 12 minimum from their 19. So I'm 1 off lethal? And then there's a Shigana Manor Burns in play? Okay, need to be more on top of things happening. Oh wait, I can stack it so I discard to Shigana Manor Burns, then Overflow resolves. So I also get my puzzle box? Well, I was about to say, would you like to attack with those offset demons? I go back up to 19. Okay, main phase. And I think I would like to use both Shigana Manor Burns and Overflow. SMB first, discard this offset demon. A terminal impact. I'm going to discard this Torrid Path. Find another one. Okay, not much. I'm going to attack and make what? This offset demon's going to become a 4/4, I think? No, probably should Fabricate Anomaly, so I don't die, so it doesn't die to, Sistral Charm. And I'm gonna... Do they have anything about Anomaly Trigger? I guess they have to respond to Anomaly Trigger now if they want to. So now I can pump this, and there's no window for them to stop me. They take 12, I gain 8, 9? Wild game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, that's lethal. I must have miscounted somewhere. 12 and 7. Oh, because I hit a land as well. So not this one, but the one from hand. They need exactly Silent Lakefront here. Oh, and this should... Oh, whoops, I forgot a Kurl's Monument trigger. You should have 2 counters. You should have a yellow. You should have a... Yeah, but I would have been 1 damage short that way. Okay. Oh, and... Right, I forgot about this trigger, because that's a enchantment entering. Okay, I don't know. My position seems pretty good. They can gain, like, what's their out here? I guess they could Eviana for, could they Eviana for something that does something? Not really. Do they need exactly the board wipe? I guess I'm there's two terminals in my exile zone, right? So there's only one terminal left. But there's also Darkstar Severance. Fair. It doesn't really matter at this point unless I draw another anomaly, I guess. Oh, it actually could matter for the Gone Reference. Whatever. Okay, gotta keep better eye on my triggers. Yes, and Treasure's gone. Okay, they're gonna take 2 off Shigana Manor Burns. They gotta find something pretty good. They're gonna cast this Stargazing. I mean, they are kind of looking for what? It's the one of where is it? It's the one of Clash at Oris Cross. I think is their main out here. Okay, and they get a lot of looks for it, but they only got one. So could be at the bottom of their deck. Yeah, it's exactly Clash at Oris Cross at point. I don't think Iviana gets anything that does anything. Could they kill me with Terminal Impact? Not from 18, I don't think. Then even if they find Clash, I have outs of other 2 Offset Demons, other 2 Darkstar Severance, other 1 Terminal Impact. Oh, wait, I have Gristfest Severium in play. Right. But they can gain 9 they can gain 6 life, so they go to 9, back down to 7. Yeah, Gristfest Severium could definitely be relevant soon. Yeah, we're both losing track of things. They didn't set their subroutines immediately. Yep, they scry to the bottom. They find another Stargazing. But this is their last. This is the last 2 looks. Oh, did they find it? They drew the card. Yeah, they must have found the board wipe. That's the only card they would have kept. They go to 9. Yep, Clash of Doors Cross. Okay, neither of us get back any off the demons on our next turn, which is nice for me. Untap. Just draw first. Matriarch. Yep, they go to 7. Discard Torrid Path, sure. Drawing planes, okay. Wow, not having counter on Kurosmon actually could matter here. Um, I guess this turn I hit them for 3 with Grip Festivarium. Next turn I hit them for 4, so they are dead unless they have something. Do I play planes? I think I don't. I can already cast all my... I guess maybe I do. I'm gonna get another land off of chart to discard to puzzle box. Planes doesn't help level Festivarium is the main problem. I think I do play it, though. Matriarch? Hit you for 3. Down to 4. Pass turn, I'm going to crack a chart token. They go to program C, no overflows run. There's a lot of things they could have here, but they were digging pretty hard. One of the cards is a land. What else is in their hand? Ooh, 4th Offset Demon. Okay, Terminal Impact kills? My Offset Demon would kill? Oh, they're attacking Clash. Oh, yes, that is annoying. Okay, I still have outs. Terminal Impact being chief among them. Crack chart. No. Okay, Primal Fissure. Okay, it's just a card to discard. Oh my god, did I lose to missing Karaz Monument trigger? I think I might, because I would otherwise get this Shigana Manor Burns to do something. Draw Mountain. Draw for turn. Is that enough? Oh, and then, like, add counter. Make treasure. Add counter here. I guess I just run out Offset Demon and hope they don't have an answer? Because I think it's lethal. Yeah, it is. It's exactly lethal. Nope, not you. Offset Demon? They got it. They got Draconis Magistus. Yes, they do. Wow. Yep. This is me losing to forgetting the Karaz Monument trigger. Ugh. Next turn they're gonna have 3 Offset Demons. Okay. Because then I would have a 4/4 Karaz Monument. No, and there would be one. I'd be one short. One short, maybe. Oh my god. 2 ridiculously stupid misplays this game are going to cost me. Am I strictly dead? They get 3 Offset Demons. So I go down to 3, and then I have to block both of these. So have to block one of these with Kitsune Matriarch. Because I play Mountain to level up Festivarium. Yep. Yeah, that Karaz Monument trigger. Oh my god. That was so dumb of me. Just, like, completely missed that when I got back that Offset Demon and triggered Karaz Monument. And that's gonna cost me a card draw and 4 damage to them this turn, which should be huge here. Okay, well they're drawing just blind off the top of their deck. Um, and I think they're out. They don't have any seafloor treasures in their graveyard, so I'm actually drawing better than them because I have a puzzle box and they don't. Puzzle box and Shigana Mana Burns. So if I find another Gone Pickin', I can get probably back to Offset Demon parity. No reason not to attack with everything, I assume. But I'm gonna go to 1 here. It's 11, right? That's 11. From 16. Can I kill them from 16? It's actually not that far off. Gone Pickin' plus level up Festivarium. They have no blockers for it. Oh, they find 1-up Terminal Impact as well? No, they're just casting Draconis Magistus. Okay. Now they have blockers for Festivarium. I think I lose here. Ugh. Really sucks to lose on misplays like that. That's just really unfortunate. Yeah, that's just completely on me. That's kind of the worst way to lose. Oh well, that happens. Opponent missed some triggers as well, I'm sure. I just missed some very important ones. Okay, draw for turn. Mountain. Discard that to Puzzle Box immediately. Temple of Origins. Okay, I'm going to get back an Offset Demon. I'm going to discard this. Okay, Gone Pickin' is not nothing. If there's a path to me winning this game, Gone Pickin' is definitely involved. I'm going to Gone Pickin' this Draconis Magistus. I'm just going to get this into the air. Wait a minute. 4, 7. 4 plus 7 plus 6. Wait, how much damage is this? 4 from Karosmon, 3 from Offset Demon, 6 from Grip Festivarium, 2 from Gone Pickin'. That's 10. That's 15. I'm 1 off lethal. Are you kidding me? This is 1 off lethal. That's insane. Okay. Terminal Impact. Darkstar Severance. Okay, so I can level up. How much does Darkstar Severance doesn't do more than level up Grip Festivarium. That's 3 mana for 3 damage, and this is 4 mana for, I guess, only 2 damage because they can block. one off. Wild. Ugh, that's gonna haunt me. Okay, well we'll have to come. We'll have to bring it back. In their sideboard, they have two Looming Psyhawk, which are annoying, but that's the main thing that I have to worry about. Because of Looming Psyhawk, I do have to keep in my Fateful Ascents. I get to bring in my one End of Mutations, which is pretty nice. I might want a Golden Bloom or two, just for Ivianas or offsets. Yeah, I didn't deserve to win that one, to be quite clear. Um, what's the cut? Probably Flags on High. Yeah. Wow, just missed a trigger and lost the game because of it. I could even argue it was even like the same turn that I realized I missed the trigger. So I could have argued that I just didn't acknowledge it yet, but I'm trying to play fair here, and it ended up being the difference maker. I don't think I want more Fateful Ascents. They're only kind of they're really only good um against what's it's called, Looming Psyhawk. I even drew pretty well that game. Ugh. Let's hope we don't go out like that. Let's hope we can bring this thing back in a nice tight 3-2-1 set. I think part of just like I did not get my reps in with this deck before the tournament. Like this is a new deck for me. I was kind of busy in the week before the Worlds, and so I didn't end up. Excuse the excuses. I didn't end up playing a ton with this deck. And if I'd played more of this deck, I definitely would not be missing things like returning Offset Demon, triggering Kara's Monument. Darn shame. Absolutely a shame. Whew. Okay. Gotta win the next two to stay in the tournament. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kayiu offering commiserations, which I appreciate. I could bring in my Looming Psyhawk. I could think about my Looming Psyhawks. My main deck's pretty good already, but it could be better than like an extra Matriarch. It's an artifact too. It's a flash threat. Both of those things are kind of nice. On the play, no, I'm on the play. On the draw, I'll do that. On the play, I want the Matriarch back. Turn one Matriarch's important. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to just like reset our mental, get into this game too. Just hope for a nice clean draw. Um, either have a big Kuraz monument value off, or have a nice fast start with like Matriarch and Anomaly. Okay, just gonna check to see if I'm still recording. I am still recording. Everything is good. Wait, how long was that? That was nearly an hour game one. Okay. Okay, what are we looking at here? Turn 1, Matriarch, turn 2, nothing, turn 3, Anomaly, turn 4, Darkstar or Offset. I have to keep this, it's not that bad. Love to draw a Shigane Manor Burns. Seems like they're not sure on their 7. At some point I might have to take a break to have a snack. This has been going on way longer than I thought it would. Oh, there was also that turn where I played out the, okay. Let's stop commiserating and start winning. Red, white, Matriarch. Go. Shock? Or terminal? Terminal. Honestly fine with that. Smib. Interesting. So I play Shigana Manor Burns. I think I do. It's important to play spells while they're tapped out. By the way, do they have any graveyard hate in that sideboard? No, they sure don't. They sure have no way of preventing of removing an offset demon permanently. So that's nice to know. I guess I go Shigano Burns. If I find an untapped land in my top 3 draws that gets me to a fast Darkstar or offset, if I don't, it gets me to Darkstar Severance. I think I can't just land pass here. Yeah. Group Presbyterium. It nearly won me the last game. It might lose me this game by being a tap land on turn 3 when I need an untapped land. We'll see. I got 3 looks for an untapped land next turn. And if even I don't hit it, I get to cast Fabricated Anomaly, which is not the end of the world. Primal Fissure pass, I have to imagine. Karaz Monument. I think it's worth going for the Shigana Manor Burns. Question is, what's the discard? I think it's Offset Demon, actually. Because if I honestly might rather play Darkstar Severance than Offset Demon here. And if I discard Offset Demons, I can get them back later. Monument could become a Sing in a bit. Yeah. Discard Demon. Mountain, Gone Pickin'. Sad to lose a Gone Pickin', but it's just gotta be Mountain Darkstar. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Could be Mountain Anomaly, honestly. Is that better? Anomaly's also pretty good against them. No, I should go for Darkstar Severance this turn. It's more high impact. They need exactly Death Deflection, once again. They don't have it. They would have used it. Sad to do that before the Kuraz Monument, but what you gotta do. Start a combat. Make my 3-1. Attack you for 3. They might have thought about that a little, so it's possible that I'm that they might have a Sistral Charm? No, Sistral Charm could have countered Darkstar Severance. I forgot that. Okay, they have two counterspells for Dark Severance. I forgot about that. They don't have Sistral Charm either. They don't have Shock in the sideboard or anything, so. Okay, I do have to find permanents to feed this Darkstar Severance. Probably should Gunamander Burns that goes next. Yeah, I played this game. I took a very aggressive line. It's possible I should have discarded Kara's Monument to Shiganamander Burns. It's a value card in this matchup, but seems a little slow in this hand specifically. Orbital Vacuum? Okay. Well, it's going to take a while to put that into their graveyard, so I might be able to go on picking it in the meantime. Untap. Or Fateful Ascent it. They take two. I get to cast one of these cards. I guess if I Fabricate Anomalies this turn, I get to go Karaz into Fateful Ascent next turn. It doesn't really do much. But it spends my mana efficiently. But I like Fateful Ascent right now, just because it gets me my Severance back. I should make hay while the sun shines. I mean, they clearly care about my Darkstar Severance, so I should respect the fact that they care and stop and get it back. Can I get another chart from this? Which is really nice. I'm gonna smack him down to 9? That's lethal next turn unless they have something? I mean, they're gonna have something, but still, at least it forces the issue somewhat. Next turn, at very least, I'm gonna have a treasure if I want to sack that to Darkstar. What's 4 mana? Oh, it's offset. Okay. We'll erase that. If I draw Terminal Impact, are they just dead? They are, in fact, just dead to Terminal Impact. Because they go to 12, and then 9 from Elemental tokens, plus 3 from Terminal Impact. Wait a minute, aren't they just dead either way? 3 Elemental tokens and a Grip Festivarium, that's 12. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Grip Festivarium. Yeah, that's just lethal. That's just lethal. Hot damn. Hot damn. Yeah, draw doesn't matter. Add counter. Make treasure. Level up Grip Festivarium. Start of combat. Sack treasure. Attack you for 12? Okay, well that was a lot easier. Okay, now we have to be on the draw. I'll take out a Kitsune Matriarch and put in a Looming Psyhawk. Okay, well that was way easier than the first one. Why can't they all be like that? Yeah, the power of Darkstar Severance right there. 3, then 6, then 9, then they were dead. That was all I needed. They're gonna be on the play, I assume. Okay, I don't have white mana. This hasn't happened to me yet, but I don't have white mana in this hand. I don't have a ton of it. I only have like 15 sources, I think. It's possible this is a mulligan. No white mana and no turn 2 play. against control, I think I mull this. If it was just one of those problems, I'd probably keep, but both problems, that's just too much risk. Especially on the draw. This looks better. Turn to... Okay, gotta find a land, but it's Karaz into Anomaly into Severance. Obviously, I'm on the draw, so they can have counter, 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 but not much I can do about that. Put back Redundant Severance, I think. Yeah. Okay. Really hoping for not immediate counter magic for my stuff. Because they could have Sistral Charm or Death Deflection for this Karaz Monument. Should be annoying. Okay, they discard at the bottom. They're thinking on whether they want to discard for a Stargazing. They're thinking their hand's pretty good. That's not good for me. They do discard. They discard a Primal Fissure. Okay, let's draw. Mountain, don't mind that at all. Pestivarium. Okay, I'm going to go turn 2 threat, turn 2 play, turn 3 play, turn 4 play, most likely. So they just gotta have answers. I guess they could leave my Karaz Monument and then answer the other two. Matrix slightly late. I have to play Windbeaten Stones. Yep. Karaz Monument. They got the counterspell? They do not have the counterspell. That's good. Gets me on board here. Seafloor Treasures. Okay, if they're just spending their early turns drawing cards instead of interacting with me, that's good. They're very likely to have either Draconis Magistus, I guess, or drawing a counterspell for Fabricate on my next turn, but I don't know, make them have it. That's what you do. Ooh. They're just casting the Stargazing. Okay, that means they can't have 3 mana answer to Fabricate Anomaly when I cast it. It could mean they have 2 mana answer now, like they have Death Deflection now. I'm also slightly pinched on white mana with this hand. It's not great. Okay. But it has to be exactly Death Deflection here. They're shocking him, but that could just be Seafloor Treasures. Well, I mean, I'm certainly not playing around anything with this hand. Another Karaz Monument. That's fun. I'm going to play this Fabricate Anomaly and see what happens. Do they have Death Deflection? They didn't have it last turn. They have Fateful Ascent. You know what? That's acceptable. We take those. And I'm probably discarding, what, this Kasuni Matriarch? Gotta find my lands. It's good with Darkstone Severance, I guess. I can pick what I discard on their end step. Okay. It could have been a lot worse. I got this chart. This chart's not nothing. I can sack it to a Darkstar Severance at some point. They're Stargazing again. But like they've shown no signs of having Death Deflection or Ancestral Charm yet, so they gotta find it off the 3 cards they look at: Draw Step, Stargazing Scry, card off Stargazing. They tried the bottom again. It's possible I just discard this Karaz Monument at this point. What am I more likely to... I guess I'm definitely not discarding Severance, because that's the card I want to play next turn. If I don't discard Severance, which card am I discarding? Suppose they just, like, land pass. They've been to their Seafloor Treasures. I guess if I don't draw a land off Puzzle Box plus Draw Step, What's my plan? Probably Monument, so it's not the discard? Or Matriarch plus Chart, also possible? Yeah, it's Matriarch plus Chart, so I don't discard Matriarch. I think I discard Fateful Ascent here. Also, they played Attack Land, which indicates to me they don't have... They're not leaving open the option of freaking Looming Scyhawk. Could be it was their only land, but I think like makes Looming Scyhawk a little less likely. And instead of having so much card advantage, Stargazing, Seafloor Treasures, I think want to be more assertive. And I don't want to be pinched on white mana. Temple. Okay, slightly annoying. Smib. Okay, this is just Matriarch into Smib. Do I want to use Puzzle Box? If I use Puzzle Box, I could draw into an untapped land for Severance. But I think I like casting 2 spells this turn, honestly. Hmm. Okay, this is a tough turn. What are the options? There's Matriarch into Gauntlet Burns. There's Matriarch into Crack Chart. I like that less. There's Matriarch... I can't do Matriarch into Cross Monument. If I Matriarch into Gauntlet Burns, am I discarding anything to this puzzle box? I'm probably just playing Temple of Origins pass. Do I discard Karaz Monument at that point? Because I'd love to discard something, then go Karaz Monument, Shigana Mana Burns. Off an untapped land. But then I have to discard Severance. But Severance is so good in this matchup. Maybe I do. If I discard Severance and hit untapped land, I go Monument, Shigana Burns. But I'm kind of flooded. Huh. Okay. Option 1, Matriarch, Shigana Mana Burns, discard nothing. Option 2, discard Monument, see what we do. If we draw an untapped land, Severance? No. Okay, it's not discard Monument, because I don't, like, it's not, no, there's no upside there. Is it discard Severance? If I draw an untapped land, Monument plus Manor. If I don't, Matriarch? I don't think it's discard anything at this point. Yeah. I think it's just Matriarch. I think it's Attack of Anomaly, then Matriarch. Yes. Because they could Sistral Charm this in response to the trigger. They do not, which makes it actually significantly more annoying for them to kill. They take 3, that's 13. That's not a ton. I'm going to play this Kitsune Matriarch. Now that I'm insulated against board wipes, I'm going to play this Shigana Manor Burns. They're going to Sistral Charm this or Death Deflection it. Death Deflection. That's fine. I mean, one less counterspell available for this Darkstar Severance. And, like, I can always get a counter on Matriarch with Anomaly next turn. They're casting another Stargazing. They've cast... This is their fourth Stargazing of the game. They've cast one every single turn. They're going to have Seafloor Treasures up, but I'm pressuring them enough, I think. It's 5 on board next turn, put them to 8. So they got to do something. I think I'm discarding this Karaz Monument. Yeah, I think I am. I think we've moved past that point of the game. Although it could be argued that... Yeah, the reason I'm discarding is partially because I just want to get my graveyard stocked for Anomaly. They got untapped land. They got Offset Demon. Do not. I think I discard Karaz Monument because, like, it's not doing anything for a while. I want to stock my graveyard for Anomaly. I'd love to find my own Offset Demons, my Eva Vivas, Just more action that does things right now. Okay, anomaly is not an ideal draw. Mountain. I mean, just run out Darkstar Sever and see what happens. This resolve, it's like really bad for them. It does not resolve. They have Sistral Charm? Or is it Death Deflection? No, it's Seafloor Treasures. They're digging. Them doing this means that they do not have an answer and they're digging. Well, one of the cards with Primal Fissure. Do they Seafloor Treasures into the answer? Oof. No, they have resolves? Okay. Don't forget any triggers. Fateful Ascent. On the Darkstar Severance, presumably. Sure. I'll make a chart. Matriarch trigger. This goes to graveyard. And now I'm going to put a counter on the Matriarch because it puts it up to 4, meaning it's out of Sistral Charm range and out of Deafening Clarion range. And they're down 2 Fateful Ascents. They're actually not that long on answers to this. They got the one of Board Wipe, of course. That's annoying, but... And am I discarding Anomaly or Mountain? I guess there's no reason... no reason to do either now. There's no card I could play if I draw it. Like, if they go Board Wipe, I discard Mountain, keep Anomaly. If they don't Board Wipe, maybe I want to discard Anomaly instead. Attack. 1, 2, 3. They take 7? Okay, they gotta find something. They've been spinning a lot of wheels, stargazing and seafloor treasure thing, but there's Liesel on board, and they don't have an enormous number of cards that deal with 4 toughness creatures. I still got 4 terminal impact in my deck. There's a Grip Festivarium right here. Is it going to be the Grip Festivarium match? If they offset Demon, and don't play an untapped land, I think they do die to Grip Festivarium. Yeah, they super die. Ifiana? No, offset Demon. I think they need to have an answer to Grip Festivarium or they die? Right? This goes to 9. They take 10. It's Fateful Center Sistral Charm or Bust for them. They got 2 cards in hand. They looked at a lot of cards, that's for dang sure. I'm going to discard this Fabricated Anomaly because they're not killing mine. And the land could be important for Evaviva. Another Fabricated Anomaly, okay. Show me Terminal Impact. Make it easy. Evaviva. Okay, I'm going to discard this another Fabricated Anomaly. Okay, that's just worse than Festivarium, right? I guess it's Festivarium that's less bad against Sistral Charm. Okay, so I have 3 different plays here, actually. Play 1, Offset Demon. Loses to Death Deflection, but good against Sistral Charm. They have to Sistral Charm the Offset Demon, and I just get it back the next turn. Yeah, what are the 2 mana cards they could have? It's Fateful Ascent, Death Deflection, Sistral Charm. Option 2, level up Gristus Varium. Less good against Sistral Charm. They Sistral Charm my land. But they still take 7 down to 2. And it's immune to Death Deflection. Third option, Evaviva, means I'm not getting lethal this turn no matter what they have in hand. But presents a huge problem for them. I guess Evaviva thinks the worst play here. Because if they don't have big board wipes soon, they're dead no matter what. They need big board wipe to get out of this problem. So I should go for one of the plays that kills them. Offset Demon loses to Death Deflection, but is better against Sistral Charm. Grip Festivarium doesn't lose to Death Deflection, but is worse against Sistral Charm. I think I go for Festivarium. Just plays around the most things. I've not given them a chance to use Sistral Charm. It's clearly a thing they could have. Okay, Sistral Charm? Yep, they do. Sure, that kills that. They take 7 down to 2. Unfortunately, they did that after Anomaly Trigger resolved, so I couldn't use Anomaly. Land. Pass. They're still in a lot of trouble, to be clear. There's still 7 damage on board. They're at 5 effectively Offset Demon. They're all overall runs this turn, so killing off the demons on the table. They're on 1 card in hand, although they can flash back a Seafloor Treasures. Oh, and their own upkeep, they're going to have Seafloor Treasures? Interesting. That's surprising to me, because it means they can't draw Clash at Aurus Cross here. They just don't have the mana. Why are they doing this in their upkeep? Wouldn't you want to look at your draw step? Because what if it's, they don't know their top card, do they? No, they don't know their top card. They don't know their top card. So yeah, what even is their out here? I don't know what their out is. They go to 5. And they hit me for 3. What is their out here? They have a Misty Peak tapped. I mean, I got Liesel on board. I don't think they have outs. Well, that makes it much easier. Okay, if I play Offset Demon, what do they have for... They could counter. Okay, they need to play Offset Demon. I have 3 lethal threats. They can't deal with a lethal... They can't deal... I have 3 threats. Any 2 of them are lethal. So they need to kill 2 of them? And there's just absolutely no way for them to do that with 3 mana, right? They can't spend... They can't spend 1 mana and deal with a threat. So I think they're just dead. I think they're just dead. I don't see how they could not be dead to this. I could also attack and then terminal them. That would do the same thing. I'm going to discard this Eva Viva. I'm definitely not casting it this turn. It's a Golden Bloom. That doesn't really help me. I guess I play Offset Demon. Oh, wait. There's a card. There's a card I should think about. Looming Psyhawk. Offset Demon. Okay, well, that's the card they have. That's got to be what they have. Looming Psyhawk blocks here, puts them to 7, and then they die to offset, and then they still die because it's 4/4/3. They block a 4. They take 7. Okay, yes. Okay, we're still got lethal. Evens through Looming Psyhawk, which is worst case scenario. They do not even have Looming Psyhawk, so it is no problem at all. That is going to be lethal. They're at 5, right? They're at 5. They can't have 0 mana plays. Yeah, that's GG's. Okay. Not punished for my extraordinary lack of attention in game 1. We move on to what I guess is called losers semis. Not sure who I'm facing there, but we're in the top 4. You know what? For a deck I basically didn't practice for this tournament, top 4 is not bad. Well, exciting match. Good night.